I think I just saw a drug deal. We need to go now.
Welcome to Views on Views. Views on Views on, I'm out of views, all the views. New Mexico, and it is gorgeous. Turn some last minute ants. Let the EcoFlow get some energy before we hit the road to, I think we're gonna go to Albuquerque today, boys. Kind of wasn't planned, but Riley is still not loving this new food, so I've located a PetSmart that has her food. We're gonna go get it. And it's like, well, you know what? If we're gonna load up, we might as well just hit the road, right? You agree? They agree. I think they agree. It has to be the smallest parking lot ever. Congested. So I parked them over here.
If you've been following along with the vlogs or Instagram, you know that we were in Albuquerque recently. I needed a vet for Enzo, and it proved to be kind of difficult. Now, if you've watched the vlog of us traveling through Texas, I wouldn't put it on the level of that type of stress, but it was definitely wasn't what I was hoping for. I was trying to avoid situations like that. Very valuable learning lesson for myself. Since then, I've gotten better at choosing campsites, even though we've only been to 2 campsites since then. I'm 2 for 2, so we're doing better. Now, I do just want to clarify that Enzo is doing well. We are going to do a follow-up, which I'll talk more about in a minute. I know a lot of you care deeply about Enzo and Lotus, so I do want to let you know that as of right now, he's doing well. We will be following up with another vet, but we'll talk about that. Being new to this lifestyle, I have several apps that help me find and locate campsites. There were some things I didn't quite pick up on and some things I didn't think about when I was looking at whether or not we would be able to get into them. All right, the actual National Forest road that we were supposed to go on, that's just not possible with our setup. I think this road connects based on what limited cell coverage maps I could get. Got opinion. All right, just did a 73-point turn. Hopefully didn't damage anything. But this trail was not looking good. And I was afraid to go any further. And I don't know if you can tell on film, but this is not flat, but it looked like the best case scenario. That was sketchy, to say the least. We're not out of the woods yet, though, literally. I scraped coming down here, which is why I was afraid to just back up. Easy. One more spot right here. We might scrape a little. I think we might have cleared that one this time. Okay. Okay. Whew. We're mostly safe back down the hill. This is why we check out the campsite first before running our errands. Now I know this is not gonna work, so we are going to go run our errands, which include laundry. Then we are going to probably just stay at Walmart, honestly. I don't know. Probably just find a good park to go to. In retrospect, when I reread the reviews of that campsite, it's kind of obvious that we probably wouldn't be the greatest for towing a trailer, especially an Airstream, which generally sits lower than most other trailers. But I didn't really pick up on that sort of stuff. While I thought we had a campsite picked out, we didn't. And that meant that we kind of had to improvise. There were no other campsites anywhere nearby where the vet was going to ultimately end up being. So we ended up at our favorite campsite, which is Walmart. Now, I chose this particular Walmart. The good thing being in Albuquerque, I pull up Walmarts, they're everywhere. I chose this one specifically because it was close to restaurants, including Whataburger, which I'd been curious to try. And it was walking distance to a park, which is something that has only happened one other time, and that was in Texas, and that was a whole other disaster, which you can go back and watch that video. So I was excited for that. We park at Walmart, and I immediately just throw Riley in the Airstream, get her set up, and then the pups and I head towards the park so we can get some exercise. This is where I see the first indication that this may not be the best area because they had a needle drop box. We came to this Walmart because there's a park close by, which we're at. I think the area is a little sketchy still, unfortunately. There's just some signs that, you know, the police mounted temporary cameras, the needle drop box. Yeah, just not the best area. So I don't know. We might actually take a break, take it like a dinner break, because there's some restaurants around that I want to try. And instead of like sleeping for the night, I don't know, we might drive a little bit further and find somewhere like outside of town. Come on, Lotus. All right, so we still spend some time at the park. Other than the needle drop box and some just, it's hard to say exactly like what signs other than the drop box that were red flags. Well, the temporary cameras set up by the police department that had flat tires because they had been there so long, also kind of an indicator. But it's just kind of one of those things, you just start to get a feel for an area and you're like, maybe this isn't the best area. You know, we're at Walmart. I don't think we have to worry too much. Now, we've stayed at Walmarts before and we stayed at Walmart since. I generally, unless I just see like a ton of other RVs or something, I will generally always call and confirm that we are allowed to stay there because I don't want a cop showing up in the middle of the night and telling us we have to leave. So I Google the Walmart that we're at to pull up their phone number, and I happen to notice on Google that it says they're closing soon. And that's weird because it's only 7 o'clock. And I see that they close at 8. Now, if you don't know Walmarts, almost all of them are open till 11. They used to be 24/7 till COVID, but now they're usually like 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So the fact that this one closed at 8 p.m. was automatically the biggest red flag. Anytime retail stores are closing early, that's usually a general indicator that they don't want their employees and stuff to be there late at night. I start doing a little Google searching about the area that we're in. Turns out it's not the greatest, so I was like, you know what? I think maybe we should go. I start kind of packing up, and that's when I see what had to be a drug deal, because I don't know what else it could have been, and they weren't even being that secretive about it. So I was like, yeah, we're definitely getting out of here. I literally just Googled nicest areas in Albuquerque. It gave me a list. I chose the first one, saw on the map like what that zone was, zoomed in on that section, found a Walmart in that area, and was like, that's where we're going. Went there. They were cool with the RV stand. Great. And as an added bonus, there was a Whataburger down the street from it. So before we pulled into Walmart, I was able to get some dinner for myself. Unfortunately, this being a long, stressful day, I really didn't want to film myself eating, if you know what I mean. Like, you just kind of had this long, drawn-out day. But I know a lot of you actually like these portions. So I set up the camera, get everything set up. Food's getting cold, whatever, I don't care. And I go to hit record and my battery is just completely dead and the spare batteries are in the truck and I've just got the pups all settled. I was like, no, sorry, there's just nothing I can do. So I didn't get to film myself eating Whataburger, but I can tell you that it was good. If you compare it to like other fast food joints, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, that sort of stuff, I would totally take this place over any of them just for it did seem like a better quality food and the price was about the same. All right, morning potty break, Albuquerque. Last night was a complete cluster. Did not feel safe where we are, so we ended up here. I think what is called North Forest, North Point. Probably Forest doesn't make sense because we're in the desert, so maybe North Point. Hey, no daredevil. Well, we had to walk clear across the Walmart parking lot, but we did find some green space because the pups, they were not having that. They would pee on the rocks, but... Now, we arrived in Albuquerque on the 19th. My plan was, because we left so early in the day and it was only about an hour drive, was to call vets and see what I could get him scheduled for. However, due to all this driving around, I didn't actually get to call any vets that day, so it was the next day before I'm able to call a bunch, and nobody could see him that day. Only place I could see him the next morning. The good thing was it was literally the Banfield inside of PetSmart, which is right next to the Walmart we were staying. So that was the one added bonus. It's super convenient. And they had an early 9 a.m. appointment available. Great. We'll take it. That way we can, we'll have to stay another night, which is going to bring its own set of challenges, but we'll be able to go to the vet and then we'll be able to get out of town again. My gosh, it's a Kroger's. We're so going to do our shopping there before we leave Albuquerque. Yeah, we're going to shop at Kroger. That way I don't have to be in there for an hour plus. SRT. Gassed up. Got the tanks emptied. Got the water refill. Got the rally cap. Now we're gonna try to find a park a few miles away and spend the next couple hours just letting them get some outdoor time. All right, so this is the road it wanted us to drive down, which I will admit is actually not looking bad. I mean, it looks like it would be severely annoying because it's got these little like ups and downs in it. Why don't we just walk it? Because frankly, if most people are going to drive it and there's not that many people to begin with, then really it's just wide. Come on boys, this way, come. Really it's just wide open space that we can walk. So it really didn't even make sense to drive it. Check out this cool farm, mountain backdrop.
know that you could ask for much more than that. And yeah, we definitely could have driven down this road. It clearly was paved at one point. Lotus, this way. Clearly was paved. It's just falling apart. It would not have been pleasant. So yeah, I'm okay with walking it. All right, we've made it to the actual park, or the trails, I should say. We certainly could have driven this. It would have sucked. The issue is, which isn't gonna show up on film, but like it's painful to even walk because it's just that constant like up and downness. It would really be awful. Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. New Mexico has caused me a lot of grief and stress. Not necessarily the fault of New Mexico itself, but this portion of our journey. However, she always comes through with the views on views. Doesn't she? It's just so beautiful. So once again, I'd have to say it's all worth it. Heel. I'm serious. I'm not even, hey pup, too far. Pup. I'm not being paid to say this. I don't work for the New Mexico Tourism Board, but they should sponsor me because, oh my gosh, I cannot say enough nice things. It is just so, I mean, come on. Mountains, sand, water. Who knew this was the desert? I sure as heck didn't. This is not what I was taught in geography. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, see that, pups? Lotus, get back down here. Come on. I can't go up that path. Are you crazy? That is, I'm not kidding. I bet you that's an 80-degree climb. Maybe 70, 75, but still. Can't climb that. Not in Nikes. All right, we're gonna be easy. Go on, be easy. Go on, come on, Lotus, come on. Be easy. Lotus, hey, Lotus. Wow, okay. No, absolutely not. I know with all the travels, I haven't been talking as much as far as like pup tips, but I do want to say that for those of you who are watching these and thinking, wow, this looks awesome, I want to do this with my pup. Yes, they are trained. Yes, they will recall. That's not the concern. There's more to it than that. They're off the leash and exploring all the time. If you are new to the channel, you don't know this. If you go back and watch all videos, they've always been trained off leash. So they have no desire to explore something versus going the way I want to go. And what I mean by that is yesterday we saw somebody who their pup had gotten off the leash and wouldn't come back and was kind of like, they didn't want to run away, but you could tell they clearly didn't want to. Finally, once they realized I had blocked traffic for them, they started walking up the hill, and eventually the pup did follow them. It took them a while, but they finally got him. I bring this up because when we're walking like this and they're off leash, the second I say something and say like I'm turning around and they realize it, they're like, okay, we're going that way now. They have zero desire to be off leash. That's not a driver for them because they're off leash all the time. It's nothing new. Do they always want to be able to explore and stuff? Sure, absolutely. But if there's a particular instance where I'm like, hey, we need to go this way, you can't really explore right now, they're generally like, whatever, we'll explore somewhere else. Not a big deal. Like this. Boys. I mean, all I did was just get their attention, let them know I'm turning around. And if I didn't get their attention the second they noticed it, just like now, they're gonna come with me. Keep that in mind, that having them off the leash, having that lifestyle where they get to explore more, however you do that, is gonna be a big factor in getting them to come back in case you ever do lose them like that. Even if that means going to dog parks all the time or something, just giving them that time to be off a leash and to explore. A little R&R, feeling good? Pups down. Enzo will be down soon. All right, the only thing left is we need to go to U-Haul, get the tanks filled, and then we'll be ready to hit the road. We're not gonna leave tonight because obviously we got Enzo's vet appointment in the morning, but as soon as the vet appointment's over, we'll be able to hit the road. U-Haul didn't have it, but a friendly customer in there suggested Ace, and sure enough, they do.
On that beach.
Of the 3 days we were in Albuquerque, this middle day was definitely the best. I was able to get all my tanks dumped and refilled for free, which was nice. Thank you, Speedway. And we found a beautiful hiking spot and got just some gorgeous photos and video. And it was just a great time for the pups and for me, honestly. That place was so gorgeous that it was an easy go-to the next day. So the plan was we would get up early, obviously, take Enzo to the vet. I was waiting for a prescription refill at the Walmart right there. I was like, okay, well, not a big deal. They should have that filled in a couple hours. We'll go on another hike. Unfortunately, it started raining on the way there and then just kept raining on and off throughout the whole day, which meant that they couldn't get any exercise and also meant that poor Lotus went into meltdown mode, which meant that I couldn't get any work done because originally my plan was to, you know, take them for the hike, and then even if I had to wait several hours for my prescription refill, not a big deal. We'd park in the Walmart parking lot and I would set up on my laptop and get a bunch of work done. Not the worst outcome. Well, we had to walk a little bit again, but we found some green space. At least this time we can see the Airstream. I got virtually no sleep. Up till 2 editing, forgot to turn off my 4 a.m. alarm, and there was some weird cars doing things like making laps around the parking lot. It was weird. Maybe we'll get a treat before we leave. They're gonna prick out a present. Oh my gosh, they have super Nerf gun. Or ultra Nerf gun. Well, that's just something you don't see every day. They did a good job, yeah. How's that bigger crepe mat bed? Still got the other ones. I should have bought like 4 of those small ones, but oh well, I found this bigger one now. Now the entire back floorboard is covered. I think I need to put the small ones on top though. I do want to take this opportunity to let you know that this video is sponsored by me. We've got merch, we've got beanies, we've got hoodies, we've got stickers. I've also got some new custom postcards. If you order the custom postcards through our Shopify, I send those out personally. If you order like the keychains, the beanie hats, or the stickers, my dad is being kind enough to ship those from his house. Just know that if we end up in a spot where I don't have internet service for a couple days, I don't receive those orders during that time. So if you order something and you don't hear a response that it's shipped for a couple days, it's less likely that I missed it and more likely that I just don't have service. Now, if you order like the hoodies or something through the Spring store, which is a separate link, that has nothing to do with me shipping them, so those should ship out like normal. Well, we were headed to do a hike, but that may be rained out. I've seen some new restaurants on our journeys. And being here in the Southwest, I've seen several Mexican restaurants, fully expect that. What I did not expect was the Jewish restaurant, Feast of the Holy Land, Jerusalem. I don't know about that. Walked over to Home Depot on my way back, noticed the dog park was empty. So we came over here. Lotus, leave it alone. Let's see, we're parked right there. At the little dog park. Wow, I got Lotus to go up almost all the way. Oh, here, go on, go on. Yeah, go on, we'll go on. Aw, no. Got a little reward, yeah. Got a little reward for having to go to the doctor, yeah. Pup's struggling with the rain a little bit. Please don't bother us right now. I just got Lotus calm. Okay, good.
What is this?
But because Lotus was in such a meltdown and they got no exercise, it was just a miserable day for all of us and I got no work done. Finally got my prescription filled around 4 p.m. and even though it was rush hour, I was like, screw it, let's just leave. Well, not gonna lie, Albuquerque has been stressful, but we are out of here. Say goodbye, Albuquerque. Pan American Freeway, it's kind of cool. Somehow we found rain in the desert. We are taking 25 south. You could either go 40 west and then cut down, or you can go 25 south and then cut over. I chose to go this way because we get to stay on the interstate much longer, which means civilization. And most importantly, we can sleep at Walmart. Called ahead of time, made sure it was okay. All right, currently walking to get dinner at this place. I thought it was a unique place, but actually I think it's a small chain of places. Unfortunately, due to some technical issues, I did not get to show you guys me trying Whataburger for the first time. It's pretty good though. Like I just got a burger and fries, just basics to try it out. And wow, again, I wouldn't say it's anything too crazy if you compare it to say McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's burger and fries. Way better. But anyways, hopefully we'll get tonight's on video. Thankfully it's really close. It definitely has a mom and pop vibe to it. Whataburger. All right, so anytime I'm trying a new place like this,
I always just get like the basic burger and fries, although this time I got onion rings. She asked if I wanted chili, and I said no, but after doing some Wikipedia searching while I was waiting on my food, apparently that's like a pretty standard, like normal thing, so I probably should have gotten that. Well, if I go there again, I'll try it. That might actually be one of the best burgers. I did some Wikipedia stalking. It is a chain. There's only about 75 of them, mostly in New Mexico. This is really good. If we leave late tomorrow, I might have to go there for lunch. Now, this is the third restaurant that I've tried like this. There was the Cuckoo, the Whataburger, and now this Lottaburger. I don't know, weird names. And I'm sorry if you like the other two better, but I gotta say the Lottaburger really is the best. I have since been there again. When we went through Silvertown to take Lotus to the vet because he got hurt at Cosmic, which we'll talk about that in the next video. They had a Lottaburger, and I was able to try it with the chili, which is delicious as well. So, yeah, so far that one's my favorite. While our stay in Albuquerque wasn't great, it was mostly poor planning on my part and some things that I've learned and taken from that. The good news, as I said, Cosmic Campground is coming next, and it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. If you follow us on Instagram, you've already seen some of the photos and everything, and I am super excited to show you guys that vlog coming up soon. As for Enzo, the vet couldn't find anything wrong with his mouth or his teeth, but we are going to do an x-ray follow-up just to be sure. Those visits are backed up 4 to 6 weeks, so it's going to be a few weeks before we're able to do that. Lotus, like I said, he gets hurt at Cosmic, but he is doing well. He's fine now, so you'll see more about that in the next video. Appreciate you guys as always. I especially appreciate all the Patreons that support us each and every month with their donations. You do get access to our private Facebook group, and I am uploading slowly because my internet is touch and go at times, some behind the scenes and just random footage that I don't get to put into the vlogs, hikes, and just a lot of the views that we chase on this adventure. So if you want to check out some of that stuff, it will be there. Give me some time with it. Like I said, sometimes the uploads are atrocious. I know like one of my most recent vlogs took seriously 12 hours for it to upload. It was ridiculous. But I'm doing the best I can with that, so I appreciate everybody who supports us each and every month. Patreon, or just watching the videos, liking the videos, subscribing, commenting on the videos, anything like that I appreciate. We'll see you all on the next one. Later.